with the former deputy president is an abuse. You see, Raila Amolo Odinga was one person who was very democratic, and how he managed to have the 80, over 80 as has been quoted here, members of parliament, was that he tried to bring everybody together. I like giving an example of David Ochieng, who has his own NMRG party. He comes from Siaya. Mm-hmm. He actually comes from the county and the home of Raila Amolo Odinga. I was in Azimio and we went for campaigns when there was Azimio and you could get to the Luo Nyanza, they tell you, Sabina, this is not Azimio, it's ODM zone. And we shared platforms where Gumo was running for Ngumbo. He was running for the governorship of Siaya, and Orengo was in ODM. They were all in Azimio. I never, ever had one day Baba calling David Ochieng an outcast, Baba dictating to people that you must vote for ODM. If it's not ODM, then so-and-so should never be voted. I have never had Baba, because even Orengo himself, at some point, they went in different paths with Baba, and they were very close friends. I never had Baba condemning or calling Orengo an outcast, like what we have seen now in Mount Kenya, that there is this demigod that has come in. And that is why today when I woke up, I read Psalms 123, that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Because there's somebody who has decided, he will say the person to be voted because they are my followers is so-and-so, and because so-and-so is not my follower, they should never ever get near power. To an extent of saying, Wamuratha should not be voted in Kiambu. Sabina should not be getting leadership in Mount Kenya. Who are you? Are you a god? Because I got into parliament before some of these people even got into parliament. I have had my way, not because I have worshipped anyone, but because God has been good to me. So when you get a leader who is saying, Mount Kenya, yes, we are one. And for me and the Roko narrative, I don't support it. I know from a time immemorial, we talked about the Gikuyu Embu Meru Association, the GEMA, and the unity has come in. When Kibaki came into power, he was actually heavily supported by the Meru community. Mm-hmm. Maybe what they are trying to say, and now I'm trying to understand where Akinaroko are coming from, that when we have now a deputy coming from our region, don't try to fight us so much. Let us also support this one. But saying this cut, I don't know, it's kata or kamata, I don't understand it, that we have a east and west, and some people have gotten developed, others have been forgotten. Really, that's not a true narration. Mm-hmm. Because it also depends. And this is the position, the problem I have with the people from my region, is that now it has come to a way that they are voting to chase somebody away. In Olkarau, they were told on 16th, you are voting William Ruto out. So they never voted for their MP. They were voting William Ruto out. The same thing that came even on 2022, they were voting, they were against Uhuru Kenyatta. They were just saying, huyu ni mlevi, sijui ni nini. They were voting Uhuru out, and Uhuru was not vying for any position as a presidency. And I think we need now to have a very sober conversation, that let us allow everybody to become independent, to have their own free thinking.
Why do you think this debate is about?
And the whole, it's about one person.
No, it's being pushed by
the CS Roko, as I've said. It is the position where they say, okay, it is our time. We have a deputy from our side. When Kibaki was wanted this position, the Meru region, the entire region supported Kibaki. Remember the Tharaka-Nithi. The Tharaka-Nithi vote is the one that actually made Kibaki
his latest statement is that even if Professor Kithure Kindiki is dropped by President William Ruto,
yes,
they would still push for the division of the mountain.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bitter. I just want to say it's a bitter expression of showing like one side is not supporting the other side, because we have always worked together. We have always been one. And so for Roko, as I said, I really don't understand his mission, and for sure I do not support. But at the end of the day, what I just want to say is this: we don't have a demigod in Mount Kenya. In Mount Kenya region, there are people who have their own brains, who can choose their leaders, not through coercion, not through intimidation, not through a person who comes in and dictates. And I've said, do not compare Rigathi Gachagua with Raila Amolo Odinga. Raila Amolo Odinga, let me finish. I worked with him. He gave people an opportunity. He gathered people together. If anybody went astray, Raila even, remember when Sifuna and everybody was against Sifuna, he said, this guy allow him to speak. And he said, no, usigonge sana. Then he would come in and would call these people secretly. So instead of regarding Gachagua, calling the leaders and bringing people together, he's there dictating who is going to be elected, who is not going to be elected. And that is why my friend here, the only thing he can say is the country is on fire because you want to make one man happy. Okay. And you want to say you have one party that is going to be the party to rule this country. We have Mother Karua with her party. We also have other people with the political parties. There are several political parties in Mount Kenya. Who people? Talk to people, don't dictate. We saw the arrogance even with the people who are elected, the Jews at Olkarau. How do you get a win? And instead of just thanking people and saying, thank God we have gotten a win, you now go ahead, now come to the ground to start abusing leaders, to start dictating so-and-so should never get election position.
Thank you.
Who are you? Are you God?
Okay.
No, I'd like to say something. Sabina Chege has lost it completely. She doesn't understand why Rigathi Gachagua...
Whether I've lost it or not, I have my own opinion, and that is the kind of, we cannot entertain it. I will not entertain you saying I've lost